Hey guys, Josh here with another From the Pool Bag. We've had a pretty busy week here lately. Last weekend we were at a Comic-Con on Saturday and the Carolina game on Sunday watching basketball. So this week we're going to give you a double shot of From the Pool Bag. This is from last week and this week's books. So for me, I had quite a load to pick up. For my image books, I picked up I Hate Fairyland #1 from Scotty Young. It's a great book, a great start to the series. I've never read the original, but I'm going to go back and read it now because I love this first issue. 8 Billion Genies #6 came out this week from Charles Soule. I'm excited for this one. We're getting close to the end of that run. It's been a really great read. A couple weeks ago, Kaya from Image Comics by Wes Craig came out, issue 1. And I didn't pick it up when it first came out, but I was looking when I was in there today, and they had a second printing. So I picked up the first one to try it out and see about maybe adding this one to my pull list. He also still had a copy of Dark Ride #1 by Joshua Williamson. And I've read a lot of great stuff about it, so I went ahead and picked that up to give that one a read as well. My Boom Studios pickups included Mighty Morphin Power Rangers #102 by Melissa Flores. She is writing the Dead Lucky from Image Comics, part of the Massive Verse that I've been enjoying. And so far, so good. Her Power Rangers run with the first issue was really good. I also picked up Stuff of Nightmares #3 by R.L. Stine. I'm excited to read that one. That's been a great story, and I can't wait to see where he goes next and where he's going to go in the finale next month. My DC list was pretty long for the last 2 weeks. I got Batman Superman World's Finest #9 by Mark Waid. The Superman sidekick storyline has been great. I'm excited to see where they're going with that. DC vs. Vampires All Out War #5 has one more issue after this, and they'll be rounding that story out. I picked up Deceased War of the Undead Gods #4 by Tom Taylor. This is the halfway point of that story. It's been really great. They're facing out against a zombified Darkseid now, and that seems to be a great way to go. Dark Crisis Young Justice #6 hit last week, and I picked it up. That series is done and is rolling right over with the characters into Dark Crisis #7 that's coming out in December. Stargirl: The Lost Children by Jeff Johns, issue 1 was a pickup for me this week. A couple weeks ago, I picked up The New Golden Age by Jeff Johns, bringing back in the Justice Society, and this is part of that storyline as well, so I'm really excited. It's a good read, and if you haven't picked it up, I suggest going to get it. It's only a 6-issue mini, so it's not going to be that bad to pick up. Action Comics #1049 was out this week. It's part 5 of the Kal-El return storyline. I'm really enjoying that, and I'm excited to see where they're going. We've only got one more month before we hit that new dawn with DC and Superman, which should be interesting. DC vs. Vampires #11 from James Tynion was out this week. I've got that one. Only one more issue of that as well, and I'm excited to see how they wrap that storyline up. DC Mech #5 was out this week. Another one of those great stories that's out of regular continuity but is telling a great story. It's got one more issue in December as well. If you missed those, I would be sure to check out. They're putting out trades as soon as they come out, so it'd be a good thing to pick up. Dark Crisis: The Dark Army #1 was out this week by Mark Waid. I picked it up. We're getting really close to the end. I think this is the last book before issue 7, and I'm really excited to see where it leaves us at. My last pickup was kind of an impulse pickup. I went in looking at, and he just happened to have a copy. If you look behind me, you can see it behind my head. It's JSA #54 from 2004, written by Jeff Johns. It was a standalone story where the JSA and the JLA come together for Thanksgiving. And I thought it would just be a fun read this week, being tomorrow is Thanksgiving. So if you can get out there and find it, or find it online, maybe read on the DC app, go out there and check it out. It seems to be a great little story, and I was reading about it online, so I wanted to see it for myself. I'll let you know how it is later this week. Right now, I'll throw it over to Daniel so he can tell you about his pickups.
Thanks, Josh. Hey guys, it's Daniel here. It's been a while since I visited a comic shop, so I did a little bit of cleaning up yesterday for the first time in quite a while. Let's go ahead and show you what I got real quick. First off, I got the Death of Superman 30th Anniversary Special. I got the Dan Jurgens cover variant here. Next up, I got Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths, number 6 of 7. Next month will be the end of this and the start of a new exciting era for DC. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to come out of that. There looks like there's going to be a lot of great books coming together for that. Next up, of course, I had to get Superman, Son of Kal-El, number 17. Next month is the wrap-up of this series before John moves over to the Adventures of Superman. And next, of course, I got Action Comics number 1049. Once again, big things coming next month in this book as well. I don't know if you've heard or not, but it looks like Superman's going to get his secret identity back. So him and John both get to be Clark and John without having the world know it. So that's going to be interesting to see. Also, picked this up, WildC.A.T.S number 1. It looks like it's going to be like a 12-issue maxi series. At one point, I had every issue of WildC.A.T.S there ever was. I love the series. Don't know why. It's kind of my guilty pleasure comic. But I wanted to check this out. I've heard actually really good things about this series. Well, at least this issue so far. So I'm really ready to check it out. And last but of course not least, I got the Batman Spawn trade that covers the 90s issues. I had them when I did my big dump of comics. I ended up getting rid of both of those, and I kind of regretted it. So now I have it in a trade form. It'll be a little bit easier to store than sitting in a box somewhere. And I really can't wait to check that out. And anyways, guys, that's all I have this time. I'm going to send it over to Chris now.
Thanks. Yeah, like Josh said, it was a pretty hectic week last weekend, so we didn't get our pull video up. So I've got 2 weeks worth of pulls to show you, and actually I'm waiting on 2 more at the shop. My first pickup of the week was Deceased: War of the Undead Gods number 4. Haven't gotten around to reading it yet, but I'm excited about that one. I picked up the Aquaman acetate cover. I've been trying to get all of those as the acetate covers. My second pickup was DC vs. Vampires number 10. I was excited to pick this up. The series is coming to a close in December, and it's been a really fun read. My third pickup of the week was Detective Comics issue number 1066. Ram V's been writing this story. The artwork is great. The story is great. I'm really enjoying reading it. My next pickup was DC vs. Vampires number 11. We had a double shot. We got 10 and 11 in back-to-back weeks. So we're building up to that last book coming in December. And my last DC pickup was Batman Superman World's Finest number 9, which I actually read last night. Very good story. Loving Mark Waid's story. Loving Dan Moore's artwork. It's been really fun to read. Next, we're moving on to my Image pickups. My first Image pickup was I Hate Fairyland, the new run by Scotty Young. Love it. Read it about 3 days ago. Great story. Beautiful artwork. Same colorist that was used on Twig. So all of the color really pops in this book. And I went with the Peach Momoko cover because, you know, it's Peach. So I have to go with that. My next pickup from Image, and I'm super excited for this one, was Vanish issue number 3, the Donny Cates, Ryan Stegman, basically anti-superhero almost book. I'm super excited to see where this one goes next. I've really enjoyed the first 2. My last Image pickup of the week was one that kind of got in late on, but was actually able to get all the copies. So we're on to issue number 6 of 8 Billion Genies. 2 more of those left. I'm excited about them. Can't wait to see how this story goes in this next book. Now we're moving on to my Marvel pickups. My first Marvel pickup, and one that I was almost ready to give up with, but really enjoyed this week, was She-Hulk number 8. We brought a new artist in this week, and the story is beautifully done, and the artwork is just really great. Can't wait to see what happens next week in this one, next month. My next Marvel pickup will be Dr. Aphra number 26. This has been a really great story. I've really enjoyed it, and For some reason, Dr. Aphra seems to be that great character that everybody loves. I would really love to see her in live action. We got a lot of Star Wars stuff going on. It would be great to see her in a live action show. My next pickup is another Star Wars Marvel book, Hidden Empire. We're learning more about the Crimson Dawn, and we're finding out what's going to happen to them in between Empire and Return of the Jedi. So that one's probably a limited series, so we'll see what happens on that one. My next pickup for Marvel was Amazing Spider-Man number 14. I picked this one up. We're beginning the Dark Web series, so I'm excited about that run. And also, we're getting introduced to a new character called Hallows Eve. So anytime you get a new character introduced, it's a pretty good thing to go ahead and grab that comic. And I really love this cover as well. My final, not really pickup, I've had this book in my stash for a while, and I took it to the shop today to leave with Andy to get Michael Urie to sign when he came in, who is actually the person featured on the cover. He was drawn by Alex Ross. So Michael Urie actually lives here in our hometown of New Bern and will occasionally pop into the shop. And much to my delight, today as we were standing there, the door of the comic shop opened and in walked Michael Urie. So I was able to kind of fanboy and go ahead and get him to sign that comic for me. Very pleasant gentleman to talk to, and can't wait to talk to him some more about his time in the comic book industry. And that's all of my pickups for the past 2 weeks. Got plenty of books to read as Josh and I head down to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina this Saturday and Sunday for the Grand Strand Comic-Con. We're going to be there with tons of other vendors. I know that Noah Hathaway from the Neverending Story is going to be there. Tom O'Connell, who was the stunt actor for Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi, will be there. And Karen Whitfield, the Bronze Age Batgirl, lovely lady, will be there. You need to come down and meet her if you don't meet anybody else. Hector Murray with Faith and Fandom will be there. I heard this week that he's going to have Geek Church on Sunday morning at 11:15. That should be pretty fun as well. Cosplay contest, adult cosplay contest on Saturday, kids cosplay contest on Sunday. Come out dressed as your best. Go check out our latest video, which is a cosplay video from where we did the Havelock Comic-Con last week. You can see some really cool stuff there. And I look forward to being able to edit a new cosplay video at this next con. And then on December 3rd, you can find Josh and I and hopefully guest artist Tegan Boyd, my daughter, will be there with us with her comics as well that she's been doing the covers on. We'll be at the Pop Culture Expo in Wilmington, North Carolina. I believe that runs from 10 to 5 that day in Wilmington, and it should be a lot of fun. I heard there's like 80 tables sold, so come down, do some Christmas shopping, finish up your Christmas list for the geeks in your family. And until the next video, we will see you at the shop.